Welcome everyone to Twisted Brush Miniatures. In this video I will be teaching you how to paint USA themed Space Marines. So for the first part of this paint scheme you will need a few colors. You will need the white, I'm just using a white from Vallejo. You will need a dark red, a light red, and a dark blue and a light blue. For the first part of this paint job I am painting the armor blue. And to do that, I am going to use some of my dark blue, and I'm going to thin it down a whole lot so that it's kind of a glaze consistency, which is just very watery. There's still a bit of paint on your brush, but not a whole lot, so that's not coming off all globby on the model. And to get accurate highlights, I'm trying to look at each shape, or kind of piece of the model, as its own separate shape. So, like this bit of the leg right here is its cylinder, and to highlight a cylinder you're just going to have a little strip of light running all the way down there, and you can just see as I have a light over here, it's kind of reflecting down on that. I'm going to have a couple little shiny light spots on here, just looking at each part of the model as its own kind of shape, own kind of segment to highlight. Bit of blue on there. I am taking my light blue and just putting a little drop of it into my dark blue and mixing it in, trying to keep it a little bit thin and just painting it as a secondary highlight. That first highlight, I'm going to move into the secondary highlight, and for that I am just taking a little bit more of my light blue, mixing it into my dark blue, and I'm just going to keep mixing in more and more light blue until I'm basically at straight light blue, and then I'll mix in a drop of white just as the final highlight. That I have finished the final highlights on the blue, I am taking my dark red and I'm just painting a few stripes on this shoulder pauldron and this little kind of emblem shieldy thing. Now that I've done those base stripes, I'm just taking my bold red and I'm going to be painting in the little lines of the red just as a bit of a highlight. Next step, I will be using my white color, and I will be painting the number 50 right on this little shield. And I will be painting a bunch of little stars all around this shield. So instead of painting the number 50 on here, I just decided to scrap the idea and do one large star. And looking at it, I feel like it doesn't have enough red. So I'm going to try to do a non-metallic sword that is red, and I'll put little white lightning bolts running all the way down. Final sword step, you're going to want to be moving into the second phase of the paint scheme. So for this, you're going to need a dark brown, a white, a lightish gold, a kind of bone ivory color, and a silver. I'm going to start by using my gold and just painting over all of the parts that I want to be metal, like all the trim. So I'm going to do that skeleton, the thingy on top of the backpack, the Imperial Aquila, tips the shoulder pad, just everything that basically all the trim on the armor. So once you are done doing your gold, you will take your dark brown and your silver and base coat the handguard with the silver, the little jetpacky bits, the handle of the gun, and the little charms, edge of the shield, just stuff like that. And with the dark brown, you will base coat all the leather, the skin, purity seals, and the bits of cloth in between the armor. Oh, and also the base. And you will base coat the Necron, which some of you might not have. Finished the base coating step on all the brown. So for all of the parchment and cloth, I'm going to keep mixing in very small amounts of ivory into the dark brown, just doing kind of bits of highlights. Very slow progression to get a nice blend. And for the skin and base, I will be mixing in bits of white, a little bit like the technique that I went over in my skin painting video that I will should be up in this corner, whatever corner, I don't know, YouTube. But yeah, so you're just using these two for different bits of the model, mixing it in with the brown, and doing a very slow progression to get a smooth blend. The paint job is done. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe. Make sure to comment what other countries you would like to see done as a Space Marine paint job. See you next time.